Hey, Ken Rice. Hey, do you have a minute for some questions?
Questions? Have you talked to my publicist?
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Idlewild or Kennywood?
Kennywood.
Who's the most influential news person?
Always was a big fan of Tim Russert's. I loved how he prepared for his interviews. He never let anybody off the hook. You say something today that's different than what you said yesterday, he'd call you on it. I think he was a tremendous role model for me.
What lifts your spirits when life gets you down?
What makes you think life ever gets me down?
What's your favorite place to hang out?
I love diners.
One day my bucket list is the Pens, the Steelers, and the Pirates.
You've been to a Pirate game?
Yeah.
You've been to a Steeler game?
No.
Oh, never been to a Steeler game or a Penguins game?
Never. That's because I was always working Sunday.
Yeah, it feels like that needs to be corrected somehow.
I think so too.
Although I don't know if I would trust you in the stands. You seem like you'd get pretty intense.
Oh, I do.
Paint your face?
If I have to.
You're the kind of
I
fan.
even got a booty dance.
Did you want to show us?
You want to see it? I'll show you.
I'm not going to say no.
Okay,
right.
I'll show you my booty dance.
All right, let's go. I love unpretentious places where you can get, a cup of coffee, some scrambled eggs and toast. I'm very, very happy with life's simpler pleasures.
If you were a Pirates player, what would your walk-up song be?
Oh, that's a good one. It would be the KDK TV News theme.
What's the best work advice you can give me?
Break some dishes, push the boundaries, get out of the box, try something different. Don't be afraid of failing.
So tell me one time that you've applied that to your own life.
I never have.
Who is your hero?
My hero is my dad. When he was a young father, 3 little kids, family business, went under. Had to start over from scratch, and he put a superhuman effort into raising our family, along with my mom, of course. Didn't appreciate it at the time, but now that I'm a father myself, and I know what it takes, and I think back the sacrifices he made for his kids, absolutely heroic in every sense.
What do you have that you cannot live without?
I find material possessions aren't really important. I'm kidding, my iPhone.
If you could ask one person, dead or alive, only one question, who would you ask and what would you ask?
I would ask Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. if he could know now what has happened since his death. Was it worth it?
When have you worked hard and loved every minute of it?
Well, I think I love my work best when I'm challenged and engaged in something that demands full concentration, a breaking news event, a storm, something where the information that we have to report is vital to people.
What has been your most poignant day as a news anchor?
It would be the spring of 2009 when the city laid to rest the 3 Pittsburgh police officers who were killed in Stanton Heights.
What was your most memorable interview?
I had a great interview with Yo-Yo Ma, the world-famous cellist. He was in town performing with the Pittsburgh Symphony. What I really remember about the interview is not so much what I asked him. I remember that he was interested in me, or at least he pretended he was. He wanted to know all about my life. What are my goals? What are my fears? And I thought, boy, that's interesting. He's trying to get as much as he can out of every encounter that he's in to learn more and more about people. And I've tried to learn from that.
What if your kids taught you?
Oh man, my kids have taught me patience. My kids have taught me tolerance. My kids have taught me that I don't know everything. And sometimes they have taught me what it really means to love.
What do you want to learn?
I guess as a reporter, I'm always trying to learn what people's real motivations are.
What will you never do?
I will never again go on something like the Demon Drop at Kennywood, where it's just a free fall. It's like you get in an elevator and it just drops. I did that once. I kissed the ground when I got out of it, and I will never do that again.
If you weren't doing TV news, then what would you be doing?
I would be a travel agent.
Tell me your favorite Pittsburgh sports memory.
Oh man. Well, I remember when the Penguins won their first Stanley Cup, and they were in Minnesota, and I was a young reporter. And I remember I was off that night, and I was at a local bar with some friends watching that game. I think it was 8-0. They beat the North Stars, and it was just because it was the first, for the Penguins. It was a celebration that went on all night. I mean, people lined the Parkway West and went out to the airport. That was an unforgettable night.
Coworker you admire?
I could name 10, but I'll just say Stacy Smith.
Tell me something that we don't know about Ken Rice.
Ken's eyebrows are not as fearsome as they appear on the air. People have told me this. In person, they're actually not that remarkable, but there's something about television that magnifies their effect, or so I've been told. My pleasure. Thank you for asking. Of course you can have a hug. You kidding me?
Oh, baby. Have a great day.
Thank you, dear.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm fine. All
Kick
set.
back, relax, and enjoy.
You got it.
Hey, Christine.
Hey,
Beautiful day for gardening.
it is. It's gorgeous.
Do you have some time for some questions?
Sure.
So what's something you do differently than most people?
I'm really good at burning food. In fact, my kids even entered me to be in a show called The Worst Cooks in America. I didn't get in, but I'm still working on being the worst cook in America. In fact, we've had the fire department called to the house about 3 times from burning things.
If you were a Pirates player,
Yes.
what would your walk-up song be?
I like We Are Family. It's old school, but it's true to what I love.
Are you a morning or night person?
Morning, definitely. I am asleep by about 9:30.
Who's your childhood hero?
My childhood hero is my mom and dad. My mom started working when I started working, and she's now an incredible artist. And my dad started his own company with no money of his own and is living the American dream.
What is the most enjoyable thing your family has done together in the last several years?
Well, we do a staycation every year where we act like tourists in Pittsburgh, and we go to the Pirates game, Idlewild. We just try everything, the museums. It's really fun.
What is your favorite quote?
No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. I always love that one.
What makes life easier?
A microwave, because I hate to cook, and whenever I try, I burn it.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Best Pittsburgh sports memory?
When the Pens won the Stanley Cup on Marty's 50th birthday.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Most underappreciated thing about Pittsburgh?
It's the world's best kept secret. Are you kidding? No one knows how great it is till they come here. I didn't.
Something people don't know about Ken Rice?
He's one of the funniest people you will ever know. He just hides it on TV.
Susan Copen?
She's a great mom and a really good friend.
Bob Pompiani?
Bob, okay. Well, a lot of people do know this because he loves to put it on Facebook, but Bob loves to dance, and he's a good dancer too.
A band or singer you try to get off work to see?
Taylor Swift.
Besides your children, the greatest gift you've ever received?
The greatest gift is my husband, Marty.
How did you meet him?
Marty and I were set up on a blind date, although when you're both on TV, it's not really blind.
Tell me about your blind date.
We went to a Steelers game for our first date, and it was love at first sight, for sure, both sides.
Did the Steelers win?
I don't even know. We didn't really watch the game. We talked the whole time.
Favorite Steelers player?
Heinz Ward, because he's a dancer and a Steeler.
When have you worked hard and loved every minute of it?
Well, I learned to surf on the 3 rivers, wake surfing. It was really hard. I fell in the water multiple times, but then I finally got it, and it was the coolest experience ever. I never thought you could surf right on Pittsburgh's 3 rivers, but I did, right past PNC Park. It was awesome.
Your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is skiing, although I kind of like tennis too, so it's a toss-up.
Your favorite TV show?
CBS Sunday Morning. We watch it every Sunday morning, the whole family, and always learn something new.
The place you'd like to visit?
Well, I've always wanted to go backstage on Broadway in New York.
Who impresses you?
My sister-in-law, Sandy, is a nurse, and she is so amazing. She was there for the birth of all 3 of my children and helped me feel so comfortable at what can be a really scary time. She helped explain what the doctors were talking about. I've seen her with patients, and what she does and what all nurses do is absolutely amazing, and I'm so grateful to have her in my family.